Okay, Assalamualaikum pula. Tadi dah bagi salam kan? Okay, class. So, this is our topic for today ya. Our lesson for today, which is past simple and past continuous tense. Okay, so form 3, English language class, lesson number 13. For lesson number 13, yeah, we are entering a new topic. So, if you refer to your textbook, it would be the second chapter, which is food, I think. Yeah, food. You can refer to page 17. That one would be the second chapter. But for today, our focus would be on page 21. If you have your textbook with you, then please look at page 21. Okay, if you can't hear me, then please tell me. If you have any question, please turn on your mic and tell me so that I would know. Okay, let's start the class. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, teacher.
Okay,
Yes,
let's start.
yes.
Okay, so these would be the objective of our class. I simply need to tell you this one because I want you to know why are you learning past simple and past continuous? Why are you learning this lesson today? The first one is for you to be able to differentiate the use of past simple and past continuous tense. Boleh bezakan penggunaan je lah. Okay, second, you have to match sentence with its correct use of past simple and past continuous. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya later we are going to learn about the usage. Why do we need to use past simple and also past continuous? Okay, so we are going to match it later. And last one would be to use past simple and past continuous in writing. FYI, past simple and past continuous tense is very important, especially for narrative essay. Narrative essay tu apa pula? Maksudnya when you want to create a story, you want to write a story, you have to know which sentence you should use past simple, which sentence you should use past continuous. Okay, let's continue. Now, the first part will be past simple. Okay, so past simple tense past simple tense. So the first one would be the to be version. To be ni apa? Verb to be okay, sebelum teacher lupa. Okay, when we talk about tenses when we talk about tenses, dia akan kacau bahagian verb je. Okay, tenses ni dia bahagian verb. Kenapa? Sebab bawah verb ni, kata kerja ni yang kita boleh tengok sama ada dia simple tense, simple present tense, simple past tense, present continuous ataupun past continuous. Semua tu bawah verb je. Verb tu apa? Kata kerja sahaja. Okay? Maksudnya bukan noun, bukan adjective, not article, not other stuff. Okay? It's only verbs. So there are two types of verbs. I think you already know. The first one would be the to be, verb to be. Verb to be ni apa? Yang is, am, are, was, were. Tu je lah. Okay, is, am, are, was, were would be the to be version. Verb to be. Number two would be the simple verbs there like work, walk, teach, learn. Okay, kata kerja yang biasa lah. Okay, so kat sini apa maksud yang the first one ni? Maksudnya, okay, for past simple tense you can use that without having any kata kerja yang betul-betul verb ni. Contohnya, they were friends. Okay, they were friends. Maksudnya tak ada pun kata kerja yang kata dia pun tengah bergaduh ke berlari ke apa, tak ada. Okay, dia punya verb to be dia adalah they were friends. Mereka ini kawan. Mereka ialah kawan. Macam tu. Okay, so apa form dia bagi? Subject plus was or were. And then would be the object lah ataupun the explanation. For example here, subject, they, the was were yang to be ni would be were, and the object would be, the object or the explanation would be friends. They were friends. Okay. But this one would be the positive form positive form. They were friends. Maksudnya memang mereka ni kawan lah. Okay. And then bila kita pakai version yang verb yang kata kerja yang betul-betul action, okay, something action that happen, some action that happen. So it should be subject. For example here, she, And then the verb would be work. Okay, the verb would be worked. And then last one would be the ed. Ed ni we add to the verb to show that this one is past tense. Okay, and then what would be the explanation? Yesterday. She worked yesterday. Okay, yang the first part ni faham tak? Do you understand the first part?
Yes.
Okay. Now for the second part would be negative. Okay, tengok nampak tak tepi ni? Plus sign ni refers to the positive form. Dia ada 3 form ya. Second form would be negative. Negative ni apa? Bila mereka bukan. So you say was not or were not. Okay, so for example here, they were not friends. Here, she did not work yesterday. Okay, but then you have to make sure for this part, for yang negative yang untuk verb ni, action verb ni, when we use did not, sama juga macam when we use do or does, okay, we have to make sure we use a verb in the base form. Apa maksud base form pula ni? Okay, maksudnya we don't have to add ed or s. Okay, we use the root word, okay, work without any addition of ed or s. Okay, tu yang negative lah. Negative would means would mean that that sentence tu is in a negative form. Okay, they were not friends. Okay, she didn't work yesterday, like that. Okay, and then last one would be the question form. Okay, when you ask question, for example, you say was, were ni, were they friends? Okay, for example, were, kenapa dia tak bagi bentuk tu? Example dia tak bagi tu, example dia silap. For example here, they were not friends kan? So the question will be, were they friends? Subjek dia apa? Subjek dia they. So dia akan jadi, were they friends? Ataupun yang untuk yang action verb, dia akan jadi, did she work yesterday? Kita terbalikkan je. Did subject she, did she work yesterday? Okay, like that. Okay, for the first part, understand?
Yes.
Okay, if you have any question, please tell me. Yeah. Okay, now we are going to look at the usage. Yeah, the usage and example for past simple tense. The first one is to express completed action in the past. Apa maksud completed action in the past? Maksudnya benda tu dah berlaku, dah habis dah. For example, I saw a ghost last Friday. Alamak, today last Friday kan? Habis lah. Malam ni lah, apa, hati-hati. Okay, so what happened is last Friday I saw a ghost. Okay, I saw a ghost last Friday. Number 2, to describe a series of completed actions in the past. A series ya, a series of completed actions. Apa maksud a series ni? Maksudnya ada banyak actions yang dah berlaku di masa lalu. Okay, for example, I finished work, walked to the beach and found a nice place to swim. So maybe this happened last Friday ke, last week ke, last month ke, it could be anything. But then there is a series, okay, a series of completed actions. I finished work, I walked to the beach, then I found a nice place to swim. The third usage would be to express habits in the past. Okay, to express habits in the past. Contohnya apa? When I was young, I watched lots of television every day after school. For example, I can say when I was young, every day I would use the bus to go to school. Macam tu lah. Okay. Yang tu to express habits in the past. In the past ya. So sekarang ni tak ada dah lah. Okay, here yang ni stative verb ni tak apa, kita belum belajar lagi lah untuk yang ni. Okay, tapi di for stative verb ni sebenarnya yang macam ni lah. Dia guna had. He had a small cottage in the woods. Okay, had ni, penggunaan had ni untuk stative verb. Stative verb ni dia penyataan lah, dia bukan action. Okay, tapi yang tu kita tak tengok sangat tu nanti. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure whether you have this one in form 2, form 2 pula, form 3. Maybe nanti kot form 4, form 5 kot ada. Okay, continue. Okay, so past, sorry. Before that, any question regarding the usage and example? Any question before we move on?
No.
No, no.
Okay, continue. Okay, so past simple tense, ni yang teacher kata tadi tu. A past simple tense is a verb form of a sentence that tells about any action, event, moments that happen in the past. Sebab tu nama dia past. Sebab dia dah lepas. Okay, dah lepas pun benda tu. So yang ni yang tiga form tu lah. Positive, negative and question. Don't worry much because later I will post the slide for you to check, not check, for you to use as a reference, especially for your next task, for your tutorial task. You will have tutorial later, if I'm not mistaken, 11 to 11:30. So I'll try my best to finish this class by 11 lah, because we have half an hour to do your tutorial task. Okay, so these would be the forms, okay, the form for past simple tense, positive, negative and question. Yang ni bukan silap tau. Yang ni silap mana? Yang first ni, nampak tak? Dia bagi example yang silap. I didn't play ni salah. Okay, nampak Okay, kepada yang baru masuk tu, okay, ni adalah tiga form untuk past simple tense, iaitu positive, negative and question. But look at the first one yang ni salah For negative ni salah sikit. It should be I didn't play. Dia sama je macam bawah ni. I didn't play, not I didn't played. When we use didn't, do, does, did not, does not, do not, everything with this D word, we have to use root word, okay, the base form. So this one is I didn't play, not I didn't play. Okay, this one is wrong, okay. Be careful. The notes might deceive you. Okay, continue. So now this one, for past simple, we have to understand there are another, tadi kita tengok form dia tau. Tadi form dia, positive, negative, question. Now this one would be the type of the verb, the type for the tenses kan teacher kata dia pasal verb kan, kata kerja kan. So there are two types of verbs there. One would be the irregular verbs. Another one would be the regular verbs, okay. So what is irregular verb? Irregular verbs have special past tense forms. They do not end in D or ED. You will need to memorize these special forms. Apa maksud dia? Maksudnya bila dia past, they won't end in D or ED. Biasa kan kita end dengan ED. Contohnya here, cook and cooked. But this one, dia lain. Dia jadi drive, jadi drove. Like run, jadi run. Okay, those things. They change the word instead of adding ED. But for regular verbs, when forming the past tense of regular verbs, you add D or ED to the present tense form of the verb. Ni macam yang walk jadi walked, ada ED. Like cook jadi cooked, ada ED. Ada bunyi dia kita panggil apa? Kolkolah. Ada bunyi D tu lah. Okay, ada sikit. Okay, so here for your level you are going to learn the regular verb first Okay, regular verb. So this one would be the example for regular verbs only. Apa benda tu regular verbs tu yang tadi dia kata lah, yang we add ed. Okay, past with ed spelling. There are four rule four rule. For example, this one would be the base form, watch. It becomes for the past it becomes watched. Watch ada D tu. Spelling dia, the general rule would be we add ed. Ni yang simple je. Okay, but for this one, when it ends with E, contoh macam like, ada E kan, end with E. So we would add D only, no need to add ed. For others, we add ed. For word which have ended with E, we simply add D. Yalah, takkan nak ulang E dua kali kan. So macam tu je lah. Like arrived, macam tu. Okay, then study for word that ended with Y. Okay, after consonant, we minus the Y. So here, study, we remove Y, we change it into IED. For example, study becomes studied and try become tried. Okay, then last one stop. Okay, consonant plus vowels plus consonant. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya dia akan jadi double consonant. Contoh macam ni, consonant dia T, and then we have O, vowel, and then we have consonant, another consonant. So for this kind of word, we add double consonant plus ed. Okay, macam ni Consonant dia S, vowel, sorry, consonant dia T, vowel will be O, and then another consonant P. So because we have consonant, vowel, consonant, we add double consonant and ed. It become double P, ed. Same goes to this one. Look at the form here. We have R as the consonant, O as the vowel, and then B as the consonant. So we add another consonant here. Make it double, okay? B, and then we plus ed. So become like this. Kenapa dia pakai D ya? Sebab Azim banyaknya dia punya spelling error. Okay, here R-O-B-B-E-D ya. Not robbed. What is this? This is robbed. Okay, it should be robbed. Not R-O-D-B-E-D. R-O-B-B-E-D. Okay, that's why entering the class is important so that you can check. Oh, this one is wrong. Okay, so that you will know. Okay, what do you think? Do you understand up until this part?
Yes.
Yes.
Any question?
No.
Okay, then continue. Okay, so this one would be the common irregular verbs. Apa pula common irregular verbs ni? Ingat tak, regular tu yang when we add ed. But irregular verbs when we change the word. So for example here, this one would be the base form ya. Ni base form. Okay, so awake become awoke. Okay, for example, become became. And then bend become bent. We change the spelling. Yang ni past participle lah pula. Yang ni kita tak tengok lagi lah. Kita tengok yang ni je, dua ni je dulu. So bite jadi bit, blow jadi bloom je lah. Okay, those things. Okay, here lay jadi lane. Okay, oh no sorry, this one bukan yang ni. Nampak. Okay, lie jadi lay. Okay, let jadi let juga, dia sama. Another thing for irregular verbs, even when you don't change the form, when you don't change the word, contohnya macam yang ni. Yang ni, let jadi let kan. Tapi sebab dia tak tambah ed, we would consider that kind of word as irregular verb. Sama macam read become read, R-E-A-D. For the past tense, it is still R-E-A-D. Kan? Tapi we consider that as irregular verbs because we don't add ed. Nak cakap regular ni tambah ed lah. That's it. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Okay, this is your task. If you refer to your book, then you can see this one in page 21. Question A, past simple. But we are going to do this one together. Okay, we are going to do this one together. Read the sentences below. Which sentence has a regular verb in the past simple? Ingat regular tu apa? Apa maksud regular tu, Muiz? Hello, Muiz.
Apa tu? Ya.
Okay, here, look at the instruction here. Which sentence has a regular verb in the past simple? Okay, ingat tak regular verb tu yang mana?
Kata kerja utama.
Regular verb. Kata kerja. Yeah, I mean for past tense kan kita ada regular dengan irregular. So when we say regular, that means which one? Yang ada ed ke tak ada ed?
Tak ada.
Tak ada.
Ada ke tak ada?
Tak ada.
Okay, Muiz kata tak ada. Now let's ask someone else.
Saya ada.
Ada ke tak ada ni? Okay, Muaz. Ada ke
Kata
tak
kerja
ada?
biasa.
Tak ada.
Kata kerja biasa ada lah.
Regular verb. Ada ke tak ada ed?
Ada kata kerja biasa.
Ada. Okay, sekarang Muiz kata tak ada. Muaz kata ada. Damia Dawisha. What do you think? Regular verb with ed or without ed? Damia. Regular verb with or without ed?
Without.
Okay, thank you. Dah? Okay, continue. Let's ask someone else. Iman. Iman Syafizam.
Yes, teacher.
Regular verb with or without ed?
With what?
Okay. Okay, so I asked 4 students and I have 2 different opinion. Okay, class. Again ya, again. Let me show you. Okay, here. Astaghfirullahalazim. Okay, here. Irregular verbs, okay, it have a special past tense form. They do not end in D or ED. Okay, so maksudnya apa? Maksudnya irregular verb, they do not end in D or ED. Maksudnya dia tak habis dengan D ataupun ED. Okay, sebab tu if you refer to this part, nampak tak? Dia tak ada... Sekejap, slow ke? Okay. Dia tak ada ED lah. Macam awake jadi awakened tu, tak ada. Dia jadi awake jadi awoke. Okay. Sama macam begin jadi began. Instead of adding ed jadi beginned, no. Macam beat jadi beated, no. Tak, dia jadi beat. Okay. Yang tu, okay. Okay, faham ke? Okay, so irregular verb, dia tak ada ed, dia tukar. Okay, understand? So macam Muaz kata tadi, very good. Regular verbs, sama macam Iman kata tadi, regular verb, we add, Iman ke cakap? Ke Damia? Tak ingat lah. Tak ingat lah teacher. Siapa yang cakap tadi? Okay, tak apalah. So regular verb, we add D or ED. Yang paling senang ingat yang macam Muaz kata tu. Dia regular verb, kata kerja biasa, kita tambah D ataupun ED. Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here,
Yes, yes.
look at the question again. Dia kata which sentence has a regular verb in the past simple? So regular verb ni yang ada ed ke tak ada ed? Which one?
Ada.
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 I Google.
Ada. Very good. So which one? Number 1, number 2 or number 3?
Number 2.
Tu.
Number
Number
2. Very good. Because number
Dah
1
agak dah.
kan. Dah agak dah. Kita apa? We are learning tau. We are learning. It's okay. Lagi satu sebab dia banyak kita panggil apa? Dia banyak term yang kita kena hafal. Kalau English ni when you learn about grammar, there are many terms that you have to know. Present tense lah, past tense lah, continuous lah, stative lah, banyak. So biasalah kita akan try our best to remember. Ingat je regular tu biasa. So ada ed lah. Okay, so for example number 1, Natalia went. So when ni comes from the word. When would be the past tense for?
Irregular.
Yeah, irregular, but I mean the
When.
base form. When daripada perkataan apa? When? It comes from the word?
Go.
Go, very good. So maksudnya macam dah, go becomes went. Dia tukar habis kan. So that one is irregular. Okay, so you are right here. Number 2 is the answer. Okay, continue now. Okay, so these would be the notes for the use of past simple. This one you can see in your book. You may refer to page 21 again. Question B. Okay, the use of past simple. There are 3 uses. 3 usage of past simple. Past routines and habits. To explain past routines and habits ni yang teacher dah ulang dah tadi ni. Teacher ulang balik je. Tadi kita dah study. Okay, number 2, actions which happen one after the other in the past. Ingat tak yang tadi dia kata I went to the beach. I tak ingat lah pula. I went to the beach. I saw benda tu lah, maksudnya dia ada banyak actions. Tak ingat pula. Okay, and then last one, actions or situations which started and finished in the past. So maksudnya yesterday I watched a movie, for example. Yesterday I watched a movie. Okay, so maksudnya macam tu lah. Okay, now. So, yang ni simple je. Yang ni kita ulang balik yang tadi. Move on to the second question. Okay, dah tekan dulu. Allahu Akbar. Kan dah bagi jawapan. Aish. Okay, tak apalah. Okay, match the sentence with one use of the past simple. So here, you may refer to page 21. Again, there are 3 sentences there. Natalie went to the shops, bought a pizza and took it home. Number 2, I cooked fish last week. Number 3, James had croissant for breakfast every day when he was in France. Okay, so you have to match. Okay, which one is past routine? Which one is action? Which one is action or situation which started and finished in the past? Okay, so 30 seconds. Think about your answer. 30 seconds. Okay, think. Okay, ready? Okay,
Yeah.
so number 1. Number 1, Dania.
Yeah.
Number 1, Dania. Which one? Natalie went to the shops, bought a pizza and took it home. Which one do you think?
Yep.
Okay, which one do you think? Is it past routines and habits? Or is it actions which happen one after the other? Which one? Or is it the last one? Which one?
Hmm.
Agak-agak yang mana? Which one? Agak-agak.
Yang tengah kot.
Yang tengah? Yang tengah tu apa? What is that? Actions
Action
with?
which happened one after the other in the past.
Okay, very good, Dania. So now let's check, yeah. Okay, is it the correct answer? Let's check. You are right. Okay, why? Sebab if you look at the sentence there, you can see there are 3 actions there. Natalie went to the shops, 1. Number 2, Natalie bought a pizza. Number 3, Natalie took it home. So actually there are 3 actions there. So that's why actions which happen one after the other. Okay, so that's why number 1, the answer is action which happen one after the other. Now number 2. Number 2 is very simple. Alif. Oh, Alif.
Alif lag teacher.
Ah?
Lag.
Line ni slow.
Masalah lain.
Oh, okay, line. Okay. Then Aura. Aura E, number 2. Apa tak boleh Okay, tak apalah kelas. Tell me lah then. Okay, anyone please answer number 2. I cooked fish last week. So which one do you think? Is it past routine and habits, or is it actions or situation which started and finished in the past?
Action.
Action or situation. They start and finish in the past.
Okay, very good. So it's the last one, yeah? So it's your answer. It's your answer. Now let's check. Yes, you are right. Okay, why? Because it started and it finished already. Why? Sebab last week I cooked fish last week. This week I think I want to cook chicken. Macam itulah example. Okay, last one. That means the last one, James had croissant for breakfast every day when he was in France. That one refers to past routines and habits. Lagi satu macam ni boleh kata dia habit tu sebab dia kata every day when he was in France. So maybe now James, he is staying in London for example. So he never had croissant for his breakfast anymore. Okay, then continue. We are going to look at the second part. Ni baru masuk second part. Past continuous tense. But before we enter this part, I want to ask you, for past simple, do you understand everything? Do you have any question?
No.
No.
Okay, so you understand everything, yeah, hopefully. But if you have any question, please tell me, Please tell me, please text me, so that I can help you with that. Now, continue. Okay, this is past continuous tense. So, sama juga. Dia pun ada positive, negative and question form. So, for example, for positive, she was cooking all the morning. For negative, she was not sleeping when he came home. So, we simply add not for negative. And question, we say, was she sleeping when he came home? So, kalau perasan, past continuous tense ni is when we use verb to be, was, were, but we use verb plus ing. Ingat, bila continuous maksudnya dia ada ing. Okay? Dia sama macam present continuous ada ing. For example, I am teaching. Macam tu. You are listening. Macam tu. Tapi this one is past. So bila past, dia dah berlaku. Dia continuous tapi dia dah berlaku. Macam mana tu? Okay, we are going to look at the usage here. And the example as well. So the first one, to describe parallel actions. Apa benda pula parallel actions ni? I'm sure you used to hear parallel universe. So this one is parallel actions. That means there are two options at the same time. Okay. For example here, while I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. So maksudnya ada dua benda yang berlaku. While I was washing the dishes, kenapa tu? Ada soalan ke? Okay ke?
Tekan je.
Okay. Okay, so to describe parallel actions ni, for example, okay, while I was washing the dishes, saya tengah basuh pinggan. Waktu yang sama tu, at the same time, I heard a loud noise. Saya dengar bunyi yang kuat. Okay, so that one is parallel actions. Second, to describe what someone was doing at a particular point in time. Yang ni dia punya, like the most important part here would be at a particular point in time. For example, I was working in the garden all day yesterday. I was working in the garden all day yesterday. So for example, I ask you, what did you do yesterday? So you say, I was working. I was working in the garden all day yesterday. Okay. Number 3, to express interrupted action in the past. Interrupted action, ya. So for example, I was driving to work when I crashed my car. So tengah bawa kereta ni tiba-tiba macam langgar kan. It is an interrupted action yang terganggu. Okay, last one, to describe repetition and irritation. For example, he was always complaining in class. Okay, contohnya macam You finish your PT3 and then suddenly you move to another school or maybe after SPM. Then suddenly in the next 10 years you wanted to have you want to have a in 2031 you want to have a reunion with your classmates, so you start to remember all those things that you did together. And then someone said, okay, Farid said, Muiz always he was always complaining in class. Someone said, um,
Allah.
Iman, he was always sleeping in the class, for example, macam tu. Okay, faham tak?
Faham.
Okay,
Faham, faham.
okay, so past continuous tense, understand? Any question?
Understand.
Nah,
Okay,
Okay, okay.
very good. Move on. Okay, so this is the simple form of past continuous tense lah. The easier way for you to understand, okay? So for singular subject yang one subject only, I, he, she and it, we use was. Okay? And then verb plus ing lah. Okay, for example, singing, playing like that. Okay, but for plural subject, like you, we, they, we use were plus verb plus ing. So for example, you were going. But you is single then. You is singular, but then you have to understand, I dengan you special. Dia sama macam for present continuous. I akan pakai I am singing. Kalau present, kalau you akan jadi you are singing, dia akan pakai yang plural. So sama juga macam this one, tapi yang ni I dah tukar, I jadi singular, dia ikut singular was, but you akan jadi were. So this one is actually very simple. You learn this one when you were in form standard 5, year 5 or year 4, I can't remember. But very during primary school. So this one would be very easy for you to understand. Okay, so for example here, ni example for the three forms there, positive, negative and question. Okay, this one is simply the example lah for you to see. For example, here is I was working, I wasn't working, was I working? Like someone said, what did you do yesterday? Did you finish your work? And was I working? Was I? Tapi biasa kita jarang lah guna was I working ni. Dia macam nak sarcasm boleh lah. Okay, sarcasm ni sesuai sikit lah. Okay, tapi usually we ask someone else. Were you working? Were they working? Like that. Okay. Okay, so that's the end. This one would be for you to understand the differences between simple past and past continuous. So we use simple past to talk about completed actions, habits and facts in the past. Completed, ya, the word is completed. Maksudnya dah tamat, dah habis dah. Okay, for example, I went to the cinema yesterday. I always visited my grandparents in my summer holidays when I was little. Maksudnya sekarang ni dia dah besar, dia tak melawat dah grandparents dia. Okay. Apa punya cucu. Okay, now last one. I lived near Liverpool for a couple of years. Maksudnya for a couple of years when I was younger lah. Okay, I lived near Liverpool. Now no longer staying there. I stay somewhere else. Okay, macam tu. For past continuous, we use that to express interrupted actions, specific time as an interruption and parallel actions ni yang tadi tu. Okay, teacher dah ulang tadi balik. I was watching TV when the phone was rang. Yang ni when the phone was rang pula. I was watching TV when the phone rang. Lagi satu, teacher nak hampa perasan part ni. Kalau perasan lah. I was watching one verb. One verb here. I was watching. Another one is the phone rang. Nampak tak phone ni rang? Dia tak kata the phone was ringing. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya for this part, when you want to use past continuous, sometimes you can use both in the ing form. Macam yang number 3 ni. While she was doing her homework, her brother was playing football. Maksudnya sementara dia tengah buat homework tu, adik dia tengah main football. At the same time tu, dia tengah buat yang tu, ni buat ni. Tapi bila interrupted action, bila kita pakai bentuk when, kita akan pakai satu continuous, I was watching. Another one would be the simple past. The phone rang. Do you understand?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, kena faham yang ni Bila pakai when, usually kita akan pakai one past continuous. I was watching TV. Another one would be the simple past. The phone rang. Okay, number two, last night at 7 p.m. I was having dinner. Yang ni yang specific time tu. Okay, and then last one, while she was doing ni parallel actions. Maksudnya while saya buat benda ni, sementara waktu tu orang lain buat benda ni. Okay. So depends on the situation lah. Okay, depends on the situation. Kalau we are talking about interrupted action, kita akan pakai satu continuous, satu past. Kalau kita tengah cakap pasal parallel action, depends pada situation tu. Yang mana yang lagi sesuai. Okay, continue. The use of past continuous tense, this one you may refer to your book. Ya, your book. Yang ni dia bagi contoh untuk the use of past continuous tense. It's a bit different from the internet. One would be an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. Ingat specific time. Number two, two or more actions that were in progress at the same time in the past. Okay, two or more actions. And then they happened at the same time in the past. Ni yang tadi tu, while I was something, my brother was something gitu. Number three ni, salah ni lah. Ni N ya, ni. An action that was in progress in the past but was interrupted by another action. So for example, I was working when my student called me. Macam tu. Dia ada dua benda, I was interrupted by something. Okay, number four, to give background information in a story. So usually for you to write narrative essay, cerita story, kita akan bagi background information kan. So kita guna past continuous tense. Okay, continue. Yes, Muiz. Do you have any question?
Tak ada.
Okay, yeah. So this one, yeah, match each sentence with one use of the past continuous. Okay, you have 1 minute to do this one. You have to think about it, yeah. For example, here, Jennifer was watching TV. Her mom was cooking. So which one? Is it the first one, specific time? Is it to give background information? Think about this one. You have 1 minute. 1 minute to think of the answer. I will ask you later. Okay, class, settle? Okay, settle. Shall we discuss the answer now? Okay, class. Okay ke?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's discuss the answer. Okay, how? Number one, Jennifer was watching TV while her mom was cooking dinner. What would be the answer?
Two or more action that were in progress at the same time in the past.
Okay, so how said the answer is two or more actions that were in progress at the same time. Now let's check whether that's the right answer or not. You are right. Okay, you are right. Okay, there are two or more actions there. One is was watching TV. Another one is was cooking dinner. Now number two. Number two, Ariana. Ariana dan Mia.
Yes. It was raining,
Number
the
two.
wind was blowing, and we were shaking from the cold.
Yang an action that was in progress in the past but was interrupted by another action.
Okay, so Abana said that the answer is an action that was in progress in the past but was interrupted. Was interrupted by another action. Are you sure? Are you sure?
No, to give background information in a story.
Okay, so you change your answer to give background information is in a story. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, then let's check ya. You are right. Okay, this time. Okay, you are right. To give background information. Apa benda tu? Sebab dia kata it was raining, the wind was blowing and we were shaking from the cold. Okay, so it's background information. Kalau dia kata interrupted, maksudnya biasanya dia akan pakai when. Something must have happened at that time. Okay, now number 3. Naufal, I was making coffee, Naufal.
I was making coffee at 7 o'clock this morning. The answer, an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past.
Okay, so Naufal said that the answer is at a specific time. Are you sure, Naufal?
Yes.
Let's check. Yes, you are right. Okay, I was making coffee. Kenapa kita tahu dia specific time? Sebab perkataan dia at 7 o'clock. Okay, very specific. So that means the last one, that was chopping carrots when the food... Dah jawab kan? Okay, an action that was in progress in the past but was interrupted by another action. Kenapa dia kata was interrupted tu? Sebab ayah tengah chopping carrots tapi tiba-tiba phone rang pula. Okay.
Ada benda mengganggu.
Betul tu, ada benda yang mengganggu. Okay, so that's all. Settle. Move on to your tutorial task. Teacher kena cepat 2 minit lagi. Okay. So your tutorial from 11 to 11:30, what you have to do is this one page 21. I want you to answer question F, G and E. Okay, do it in your exercise book. I can't remember which part. I can't remember your book tu ada berapa part tu. But if there is a grammar part, please do it in grammar. Kalau ada grammar. Kalau tak ada grammar, then you can do that in reading comprehension. Okay, I can't remember your book. So if you have grammar, then do it in the grammar part. If you don't, then use reading comprehension. Okay, I want you to submit it before 5 p.m. 28 February 2021. Okay, submit me your task there. But we are going to discuss the answer next week on Monday. So what I want you to do is submit me your task too so that I can see that yes, you have done your work. That's it. Simply for me to check the evidence. Okay, to see that you have done your work. Please submit me the answer to you simply take photo of your work. Okay, take photo of your work and then message me private via Telegram. Okay, once you have messaged me and show me your work, I will give you a link to store the your information lah, so that I would know who have submitted their work, who haven't submitted their work. Okay, but we are going to discuss this the answer for this part on sekejap, kita kelas bila Isnin Tuesday, on Tuesday. We are going to discuss the answers on Tuesday. Okay, so settle. Any question for this class, this lesson today?
No. Not yet.
Not yet, not yet. But if you have any question, please message me, especially during this tutorial time. If you have any question. And then another thing, I will post this slideshow so that you can refer to this slideshow in order for you to understand better. Tapi ingatlah tadi ada part-part yang silap tu kan. Sekejap teacher betulkan dulu lah. Okay, and then another thing is Don't forget to vote for your attendance ya. Because sekarang ni kita akan pakai attendance yang real time. Siapa yang tak pakai tu kira tak hadir. Dan FYI, sekolah kita buat satu sistem yang untuk check. Yang maksudnya bukan check lah. Maksudnya adalah siapa yang tak hadir nama dia naik. So nanti nama naik ni akan hantar ke PKM. So please make sure that you vote for the attendance there dekat dalam tu so that I can see whether you attend or not my class. Kalau tak ada, teacher terpaksa tapi hampa ada lah kan. Kalau hampa lupa vote maksudnya takut teacher ingat hampa tak hadir. Tapi hampa hadir, faham tak?
Oh.
Okay, so please vote lah. Okay, tak ada tu. So that's all for today. Thank you. Cik baik ada tulis thank you. Dia tak perasan. Okay, thank you very much. Students, thank you. Love you and bye-bye.
Welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum, teacher.
Welcome. Welcome.
Teacher ajar berapa kelas?
Teacher ajar berapa kelas? Teacher ajar berapa kelas? Untuk form 3 ajar 2 kelas. Untuk form
3K dengan 3J ya?
3J dengan 3K. 3R dapat kat cikgu praktikal. Okay.
Berapa ramai join ni?
Apa dia?
Berapa ramai join ni?
Yang hari ni lah.
Ramai.
Kalau yang untuk attendance tu kalau teacher check ada berapa ni? 1, 6, okey 6, 15 campur 21. Berapa orang?
15 dan 26.
36 36. So 36 shortly.
Okay. Ramai sikit.
Ramai lagi lah daripada semalam. Semalam teacher ada 9 orang je.
Semalam? Semalam ada kelas?
Semalam kelas dengan form 2. Form 2 tak ramai yang masuk.
Sedih tu.
Sedih, serius sedih.
Tu aduh. Kena bangga kan guru-guru.
Itulah teacher yang okey sikit untuk attendance dekat ni memang form 3. Kelas teacher ni form 3 dengan form 5 lah. Yang paling okey. Form 4 pun boleh tahan lagi lah. Form 4 okey lagi. Form 2 lah, ya Allah.
Oi, teruk.
Form 2 kurang sikit. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you. Welcome. Bye-bye. Welcome. Bye-bye. Bye-bye Muiz. Bye Hak. Bye Farid. Bye Costa.
Costa ni still offline.
Itulah tak muncul-muncul. Bye.
Bye.
Sedang masih cakap. Okay, bye.